Hi, boys and girls. I wanted to practice reading to you guys. So I thought I would read to you The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Tom, what's gone with that boy? I wonder. You, Tom, I never did see the beat of that boy. There was a slight noise behind her, and she turned just in time to seize a small boy by the slack of his roundabout and arrest his flight. There, I might have thought of that closet. What you been doing in there? Nothing. Nothing. Look at your hands and look at your mouth. What is that truck? I don't know, Aunt. Well, I know. It's jam. That's what it is. 40 times I've said if you didn't let that jam alone, I'd skin you. Hand me that switch. The switch hovered in the air. The peril was desperate. Look! Right behind you, Aunt. The old lady whirled around and snatched her skirt out of danger, and and the lad fled on the instant, scrambled high aboard fence, and disappeared over it. His Aunt Polly stood surprised a moment and then broke into a gentle laugh. Hang that boy. Can't I ever learn anything? He'll play hooky this afternoon, and I'll just be obliged to make him work tomorrow to punish him. It's mighty hard to make him work Saturdays when all the boys is having a holiday, but he hates to work more than he hates anything else, and I ought to do some of my duty by him, or I'll be the reunition of a child. That means she'll ruin him by not making him mind and do things. Tom did play hooky, and he had a very good time. Saturday morning was come, and all the summer world was brimming with life. Tom appeared on the sidewalk with a bucket of whitewash and a long-handled brush. He surveyed the fence, and a deep melancholy settled down upon his spirit. Soon the free boys would come tripping along on all sorts of delicious expeditions, and they would make a world of fun of him for having to work. The very thought of it burned him like a fire. At this dark and hopeless moment, an inspiration burst upon him. Nothing less than a great, magnificent inspiration. He took up his brush and went tranquilly to work. Ben Rogers hove in slack presently, the very boy of all boys whose ridicule he had been dreading. Ben stared a moment and then said, Hi, hiya. You're up a stump, ain't ya? Why, it's you, Ben. I wasn't noticing. Say, I'm going in a swimming, I am. Don't you wish you could? But of course you'd rather work, wouldn't you? Of course you would. Tom contemplated the boy a bit and said, What do you call work? Why, ain't that work? Oh, come now. You don't mean to let on that you like it. The brush continued to move. Like it? Well, I don't see why I ought to not like it. Does a boy get a chance to whitewash a fence every day? That put the thing in a new light. Tom swept his brush daintily back and forth, Ben watching every move and getting more and more interested, more and more absorbed. Presently, he said, Say, Tom, let me whitewash a little. Tom considered, was about to consent, but he altered his mind. Ben, I'd like to, honest Injun, but Aunt Polly, well, Jim wanted to do it, but she wouldn't let him. Sid wanted to do it, but she wouldn't let Sid. Now, don't you see how I'm fixed? If I was to tackle this fence and anything was to happen to it, oh, shucks. I'll be just as careful. Now let me try. Say, I'll give you the core of my apple. I'll give you all of it. Tom gave up the brush with reluctance in his face, alacrity in his heart. By the time Ben was fagged out, Tom had traded the next chance to Billy Fisher for a kite in good repair. And when he played out Johnny Miller, bought in for a dead rat and a string to string it with, and so on, hour after hour. And when the middle of the afternoon came, from being a poor, poverty-stricken boy in the morning, Tom was literally rolling in wealth. Tom presented himself before Aunt Polly. He said, "Might I go and play now, Aunt?" "What, already? How much have you done?" "It's all done, Aunt." "Well, I never. There's no getting around it. You can work when you're of a mind to, Tom. We'll go along and play, but mind you get back home sometime in a week or I'll tan you." That means give a spanking. As long as he was passing by the house where Jeff Thatcher lived, he saw a new girl in the garden. A lovely little blue-eyed creature with yellow hair plaited into two long tails, white summer frock, and embroidered pailets. A certain Amy Lawrence vanished out of his heart and left not even a memory of herself behind. He worshipped this new angel with a furtive eye till he saw that she had discovered him. Then he pretended he did not know she was present and began to show off in all sorts of ways. But by and by, while he was in the midst of some performances, he glanced aside and saw that the little girl was wending towards the house. Tom heaved a great sigh as she put forth her foot on the threshold, but his face lit up right away, for she tossed a pansy over the fence a moment before she disappeared. So she must have liked what Tom was doing. That was chapter 1. Come back later for chapter 2.